Okay, so it's time for that wonderful episode again where we look at Cloudmd and this time give our little financial rundown and kind of little analysis based on what we know about the company so far. So what do we have here? We have an online health service it kind of helps you go to doctors online. So it's kind of like a call where you visit the doctors. We already talked about benefits of this in last time's video. If you do want to see benefits of it, feel free to just type in Cloudmd stock N2S, or feel free to just type in Cloudmd stock and just click on the video that looks like this one. It should be there somewhere. But yeah, I think this is potentially something to look at for the future, and that is why we're doing another update on it. Similarly, you guys did seem to enjoy it last time, seemed to like it quite a lot, and for that reason I thought I'd give you a bit of a more in-depth rundown on this. So let's have a quick look at what has happened in the past, starting off on the 1 year period. So looking out to the 1 year period, we are seeing slow growth from around November all the way up to, I would say, about April the 8th, let's say, where we saw a little bit of a spike up to the early part of May. From May though, this spike did start to gradually go down until we saw a huge rally from a point of about 0.4 cents all the way up, 40 cents all the way up to where we're at now, and that is really not bad at all. So we're seeing $2.14, is it? $2.23 where we're at now, so we can see decent gains over a small period of time. And of course this is projected to hopefully continue as we go on, as just sat at over $2. This is still relatively cheap. So what we're going to have a quick look at now is a few the financial reports and whatnot about the company. So yeah, we can see a few figures from the last few years and hopefully this year as well, and we're going to start off with a revenue figure and work our way down. So for this year, we are looking at an increased revenue by quite a significant amount. Last year, we were looking at almost 6 times increase in the revenue from 2018. So hopefully that trend is going to continue to increase. So cost of revenue this period was about 6,000, whereas last period it was about 3,700. But of course, this was a lot less revenue that was generated in the first place. But looking to a gross profit figure, we are seeing more profitability in the last 2 years than we have seen in the one before that, and of course that is a great thing to see. So operating expenses this time are 10,719, and obviously that is quite significantly increased over the past year and even the year before that. But yes, we are not going to spend too much time looking at these figures because yes, it can be quite boring, just the important ones of course. So yeah, we're going to have a look now onto some other figures by actually who is holding this. So this, generally speaking, gives a good indication of what's going on with it, and we can see here the major holders are broken down into institutions and other sets of people. So institutions currently holding are 4. So we have 4 institutions which are currently holding this one for the time being. We also have 3.23% of all shares being held by insiders. So of course that can be employees or managers or founders of the company, and you can just understand how that one's going to work. So that's where 3% of this is. The percentage which is actually held by those 4 institutions is only 0.31, so a relatively small amount, and the float held by those institutions is 0.32. So again, relatively small to see, but we can understand how this one is going to work. So honestly, not bad at all. It is nice to see that some institutions are holding this one, because it generally speaking does show a good sign. If you want to see a few of the funds and holders in general, 2 of those are listed right there, so feel free to pause and have a quick look at those names if you do know them. So yeah, I find that interesting to see with this one, but if you have a quick look at the general pattern which we have been seeing over the past month or so, this could hopefully give us an indication on what we might see into the next few years. And of course this will all depend on how fast they go and expand, because if they keep this in Canada, yes, it still has loads of potential to grow, but again, keeping it in Canada is similar to what we saw with Xpeng. Feel free to go check that episode out, it is out now, but keeping it in one specific country of course does limit the potential growth, because there is a small amount of people in context of the whole world that you can sell to. So of course, by exporting this to other countries, it could really increase things and make this go in an even higher way and an even better way, but that will generally speaking have an impact over a longer period of time. By the way, if you are enjoying, feel free to subscribe. You can see we're almost at 1,000 now. I mean, yes, not exactly, but we're getting there. It's on the horizon. So if you could just help us by pressing that little button for a second, it wouldn't go amiss. Also, we now have a Discord out now. So if you don't know what Discord is, it's basically where we're going to talk about all these kinds of things. And the link to that is down below. It's completely free and in the description. So yeah, let's have a quick look at what some analysts say according to this website, which is walletinvestor.com. So we can see the 1 year forecast from them is at about $4.6. So it's at 4.637 United States dollars. Very interesting to see over the 1 year. And of course, I can kind of agree with this one in the sense that I can see this being relatively slow growing if they do not move this out of Canada. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it definitely is something to consider. So, of course, this is their perspective going on a longer period. So we're looking at a 5-year period according to those. This is their opinion on that, and that is at 14.477 United States dollars. So you can see quite the slow growth, but it's still up, and it is good to see. So of course, yes, I can see this one being relatively accurate, but I just thought I'd give you a quick rundown and a quick update on this one. So come and tell me what you think, what your predictions are. I would say $4 is fair for the next year, and I think if we could see that, that would be great, because that would be about 100% increase from around $2.20 where we are at now. So if we could get up there, that would be amazing, but we'll just have to see. So thank you so much for your time. If you did enjoy, feel free to come and join us on that Discord like I said. If you don't want to come and do that, feel free to watch another episode. Anyway, thank you, goodbye.